Greg DeVille, what's that, man? Hey, if you want the real, holla at Greg DeVille. He'll tell you how to do.
Good morning, Las Vegas.
If you want the real, listen to Greg DeVille. He'll tell you how to do.
That's right, let's listen to it.
I'm talking real. Tune in, well, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in.
Tune in.
Here to help.
Here to help.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Here to help.
Here to
You
help.
want to be your broker, you want to be broke. You want to be the joker, you want to be the joker. You got
Mr. DeVille, whenever you're ready.
All right. Good morning, Las Vegas. Greg DeVille. Oh, wow. We're having an awesome week. We're excited about great information. That's right. We're having much fun. It's a new year. We got new vision, new dream, and want to make new impact. How about you? I'm Greg DeVille. Welcome to the Let's Talk Real Estate Show with Greg DeVille, sponsored by DeVille Realty Group. Listen, once again, it's a great opportunity to get into your real estate. I want to welcome you to the Real Estate Talk Show, and I'm your host. Listen, homeownership right now, by far the best way to go. Because keep in mind, when you have a landlord, you need to understand that the landlord is reaping all of the benefits. That's right, he's reaping the benefits. I took the liberty of making a few notes. So let me just give you something. So this year, you don't do what you've done in the past 5 years, right? Because here we find this. If you've been paying $1,800 a month and you've been there 1 year in that property for $1,800, that apartment you've been staying in, let's say, for example, you've been there 1 month, right? Just 1 month. For 1 month, for 1 year. 1 year you've been in that property, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, $1,800 a month, however many bedrooms. You've paid in 1 year $21,600 for living in that apartment or that house for $1,800 a month, right? So again, you've been renting an apartment, $1,800 a month. You've been there 1 year. You've already given $21,600 off of the landlord's price he paid for the property, right? So the property is paid. You've gotten $21,600 invested. Let's say you've been there 5 years. You've been in that property 5 years. You've been paying $1,800 a month. Well, you've given the landlord $106,000 in 5 years. Now, if you owned a home, you would have paid that off of your principal balance. That's right. I'm Greg DeVille, live on the radio, here to tell you the information that you may not have thought about. Live on the radio to explain to you, live on Facebook to give you the information. So you've been there 5 years. And the way you calculate this, right, is you're basically going to say, let's say you paid $1,500 a month and you've been there 1 year. You put that down, how much you paid in that 1 year, right? So you go, if your rent is $1,500 a month, you've been there 1 year. Well, now you've paid that amount, right? Now you calculate that amount times 3 to 5 years, whichever amount, many years you've been there. Now, I know when I rented at $1,500 a month back over 6 years ago now, we rented a 5-bedroom, we paid $1,500 a month. Well, $1,500 a month for 3 years was $54,000. So we're paying off the principal balance for the landlord when we've got to get wiser and say, you know, I've got to start creating my own wealth. Because when you pay a rent, you're paying a mortgage, you're paying it for someone else. I just want you to take my phone number down, give it to a friend, use it for yourself, 702-787-7559. Greg DeVille, DeVille Realty Group. This is what we do. We're excited to give great information. Now, also, number one thing, keep in mind also, is that if you've been there 5 years, and I talked about this, at $106,000, and let's say you stay another year, right? You've already been there 5. You've given $106,000. Now you just signed a new lease, or you're considering a new lease, $1,800 a month, and you're going to be there for another year at least. Guess what? By next year, you will have paid $129,600. That's 6 years at $1,800 a month. 6 years at $1,800 a month. Now, if you've been renting this long, you've paid well, you will have paid. If you're going into 6 years at that property at 18, you will have paid $129,000 on your landlord's rent. Now, listen. What is the delay? What is the holdup? What is your setback that is not allowing you to contact DeVille? I mean, procrastination, I know is real. It happens. But listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you take the opportunity to go forward. Contact my team, 702-787-7559. We got to hear from you. It's imperative this year you don't do, and I know you meant well last year. You meant to contact me. You meant to, get with me and say, let's start the process. You've got to stay focused. Now, we just had Christmas, right? You just had Christmas. Good morning, McLeod. Good to have you tuned in with us. Listen, you just had Christmas, right? So now that you just had Christmas, you're getting ready to get a tax refund within the next 30, 45 days. What do you want to do? Do you want to continue to pay the landlord's mortgage? Do you want to continue to rent the landlord's house? I just got to ask you, at this point, we've got money to help you with the down payment. We've got funding to help you move forward. So don't let that be the reason why you say, well, I can't move because I can't afford it. Well, listen, the grant that we work with, those grants are still available. They're up to $25,000. Take the opportunity to use them. Now, remember, it is predicated on your FICO score. It is predicated on the DTI, your debt to income ratios. But listen, we have lenders who can work with you on that. They're able to work with you to get you where you need to be. Now, remember, when you contact Team DeVille and the lenders that we've worked with, 8 or 9 lenders, listen, when you contact Team DeVille, guess what? Our lenders are going to work with you to get you where you need to be. It's never no. It's just not right now, right? It's never no. We're not going to turn you around and say, well, no, it's not good or you can't do it. Listen, it's never no. What it's going to be, not right now. 702-787-7559. Greg DeVille, Team DeVille. Hey, shout out to Team DeVille. Happy New Year, everybody. We're off to the races, man. We've got 4 approval letters already this week. People are headed to go out. They made up their mind. They made a resolution, a declaration for 2023 that it's not going to be what it was in 22. You know what? They have decided to say, I'm going to pull the trigger on this thing, man. I'm going to find me a home so that I can start paying. So because look at this. Let's say you get a home in this year, and you pay $1,800 a month on your own mortgage. Well, in 1 year, you will have paid $21,600 into your own mortgage. And let's say 5 years down the road, you would have paid $109,000. Guess what? On your own mortgage. Within 5 years, you will have paid $129,000 on your own mortgage. Creating wealth through equity. That's what DeVille Realty is all about. We're creating wealth through equity. Now, let's say 5 years goes by, you've paid that principal balance down by $129,600. Guess what? You could borrow, you could do a home equity line of credit. You could borrow up to 80%, watch this, up to 80% of the profit, of the equity. Now, the advantage for you is you could do what you will with that 80%. So I have a client right today. Last year, they refinanced their home. Now, they owed like $260 or something on their home. And he says, DeVille, man, I got my appraisal. He says, man, we appraised at $510,000. They only owe $260, but it appraised at $5. Now, that difference in that number, they were able to borrow 80%. They were able to get $134,000, somewhere around that number, right? But they decided they didn't want to go, they didn't need that much to consolidate some expenses. So what they decided to do was just take $80,000, they paid off some debt, paid down some, and consolidated their bills, and their mortgage payment only went up $100. Now, this is what happens. People are saying, well, why did the landlord go up? Because what the landlord does is while you're paying the rent, the property's increasing in value because, number one, the principal has gone down, right? So what he paid has less because of you. You've paid down the principal. You've given them room to have equity because you're paying their mortgage every month. Now, they never thank you, but this is why landlords have gone up. Because landlords have done this rule that you could do an 80% cash out refinance. So you've been there 3-5 years, right? So the owner has taken out a home equity line of credit, or he just simply did a cash out refinance. Now, when he did the cash out refinance, watch this. Like this client that I just had who recently just took $80,000 out of the equity. Now they could take out $134,000, $135,000. They simply wanted about $80,000, took care of what they wanted to do. So sure, they got the $80,000 deposit in their account. The mortgage went up $100. So what your landlord has done is a cash out refinance. He doesn't have to tell you anything. Remember, you're just the renter, right? Now, he can do what he pleases because the property is in his name or her name. Now, they did the cash out refi. As my client I previously mentioned, he took $80,000. Now, when he took out the $80,000, guess what? That money that he took out had an increase in the mortgage payment. The mortgage payment has increased $100. So now that he's gotten the $80,000 where you're renting, that $100, he's increased your rent by $200. And you say, what was the need for the increase? Well, you've paid down the principal for him. He's taken out $150,000. The mortgage went up, so he charged it to you. Guess what he does? He gets the advantage. So what we're at DeVille Realty talking about to you today, as we've been on KCP, praise God. It's been 8 years. This year will be our 8th year. We're excited about this, man. We've helped countless numbers of families. But you gotta reach out to us. We want to help. If you know a family member, shout out to Marcel Ireland, man. I got a call this morning. A family member reached out to me, said, hey, my cousin Marcel. Man, shout out to all my Republic service workers. Man, we appreciate you all. Shout out to my NV Energy workers. We want to give shout out to all of you. And shout out to many of you who has referred DeVille Realty. You referred Greg DeVille, Team DeVille, one of our 42 agents at the 3 locations we have. Shout out to you. We appreciate you very, very much. We want to say thank you for helping us to grow the community. Now, what we're about to do is we're expounding on a wealth mindset conference. What do we want to do this year? We want to get the mindset to a place to begin letting wealth become our primary thought and focus, right? So we're putting together this wealth mindset conference. The date is going to be, here we go, April 16th. Now, we have a great selection of guests who will be sharing with us. And I want you all to be involved, okay? Now, it's not real expensive, but here's our flyer, and I want you to look around for it. The Wealth Mindset Conference. That's right. We're going to have great lineup to speak to you about the wealth that is available to you. Take advantage of what's available. You work a 9 to 5, but you really have a dream, a passion for an entrepreneurship business, right? You really want to do it. You just don't know where to start. I've lined up some entrepreneurs. Listen, we've got a great line of guests. We have Mr. Vernon Fox, who's going to talk about the art of the pivot. In life, sometimes you have to pivot, and challenges come around and you have to pivot. And so we're going to talk about that. Mr. Vernon Fox, former NFL player, 8 years in the league. He's going to talk about the art of the pivot. We've got Mr. Marcus Carter, the Black Wealth Builder out of Chicago, Illinois. He's going to come and talk about black wealth. Building your own brand. It's very important that you understand you've got to build your brand. You've got to build your business. Working 30 years for somebody, and you've got a dream. We want to bring that dream to fruition. We want to help you and give you ideas. And here we've got Mr. Will Roundtree. He's going to talk about the paradigm shift. Now, a lot of you all know Will, powerful brother, wealthy brother, has built businesses in the community. Listen, you're going to love this conference, April 16th. You're going to want to be there. One of the other lineups we have, Mr. Robert Twix Taylor. That's right. He's going to be speaking on multi-stream income. He's the award-winning entrepreneur, Robert Twix Taylor. He's going to speak to you on the multi-stream income. You want information on this? You want to learn how to get multi-stream income? It's birthing what's already in you. It's giving you to bring forth. Many of you are pregnant with a vision, right? And you've gone through the terms. It's time to break your water bag. It's time that we get together in one room. We're looking to the facility there called The Meet. It's a location downtown, The Meet. And we're going to have my lovely wife, the Queen, Marquetta DeVille, is having her women's conference, and we'll be stand by for more details. But the Man Cave, these brothers right here, and we're going to be hosted by the actor, the writer, the producer, Mr. Miguel Nunez. That's right. He's going to host our program. We're excited. We have more coming up. Listen, another powerful gentleman that will be in the lineup to come and talk to you is the Equal Rights for Divorced Fathers, Mr. Ernest Dale Casal. Equal Rights for Divorced Fathers. Listen, there's information that we're going to have in the Man Cave that you want to be a part of. Tell a friend about it. Listen, we've been posting about it. We've got these confirmations of dates. April 16th, 12 to 5 p.m. We're excited. If you're looking to be a vendor, you want to sponsor this event, it's going to be powerful. We have a guest. We're finalizing our final details with one more guest. You're going to love this one, and I can't give it until the contract is signed. I don't want to give it away, but stand by. We expect today I'll come back live to tell you who this special guest will be. They're not easy to get, but we've been in communication, and God has blessed us to get them to be a part of this wonderful event. So the Man Cave, I've given you the man lineup. Again, we're going to have Vernon Fox, NFL pro. Listen, the boy is powerful. He's now a pastor. He's anointed. He's got the power of God. He's going to give some life-changing information when we talk about the art of the pivot. Will Roundtree, man. Will, powerful brother. You know, Will is Will's everywhere, and Will's got information that's going to bless you, that's going to help you. It's going to bring that thing. We're going to burst your water bag. That boy's so cold. I'm telling you, the information he comes to share, you don't want to miss this. This is the Man Cave, right? Ernest going to come and tell you about some of your rights as a father, your equal rights for divorced fathers. We're going to talk about this, man. This is the Man Cave. No women allowed, men only. We're going hard in the paint. We're going to talk about this thing. Listen, you got to be there in the building. For more information, contact me directly, 702-787-7559. I've got so much good information. I'm telling you, I'm bringing Marcus in out of Chicago, the Black Wealth Builder. Marcus is going to give you some information how to build wealth, your business credit. We're going to talk about these things, man, because you need to understand you are pregnant with vision, and unless we push, we won't get it out. And so we're coming to bust the water bag. We're coming to help you learn how to breathe and push so you can bring forth vision. That's right, because it's in you. You know, Robert Twiggs Taylor, the entrepreneur, the wealth mindset, this is what we're talking about. You know, Robert, you know, the multi-stream income. You know, Rob got he mastered multi-stream, man. I'm going to learn some stuff myself. Now, I've got some multi-stream, but not to that level. So, you know, listen. I'm so excited. I don't think I have enough time to continue to talk to you about all the excitement I have. You know, now, this year, as you know, I'm Greg DeVille, you know, the broker owner at DeVille, along with my lovely wife, the Queen, Marquetta DeVille. We have come together. Now, she's got a lineup. She has a lineup of great, great women. I mean, traveling far and wide, coming out of New York and some other states that she was mentioning to me. But I've been so focused on the Man Cave. Now, this is going to be a one-day conference. It's going to be on a Sunday from 12 to 5. Now, you know, we got a general admission, and then we've got a VIP admission. For more information on that, please feel free to contact us, 702-787-7559. The Wealth Mindset Conference, Las Vegas 2023. It's going to be an exciting time. You're going to want to get your tickets. You can purchase a table. You can have, if you're a vendor, now we're trying to do vendors, you know, and not have duplicate of the same people, right? So that way you'll have your own product. We won't have competition in the building, right? But listen, if you have a book, we have a section for you. If you've written a book, we want to hear about your information. 702-787-7559. The Wealth Mindset Conference. Watch out for it. Watch out for it. It's powerful. It's going to be a blessing. You're going to bring forth vision, birth. Listen, we're going to bust your water bag. You've been pregnant way too long. And you've been hoping and saying, I want to do it. I want to do it. Hey, Green, good to see you, Doc. You've been saying, I want to bring forth. Listen, it's time to bring forth. You've been procrastinating, waiting, and just saying, I'm going to do it. Now's the time. April 16th, that's right, 12 to 5 p.m. These powerful guest speakers will be in the house to help. We're going to have Miguel Nunez. Guess what? Miguel's coming in. He had so much energy. We stayed on the phone for quite some time speaking about this thing. And man, he's so on fire. He said, DeVille, I got to be there. I want to host it. It's going to be so electric, on fire. Man, it's hot. It's hot. Listen, these wonderful individuals who are on this postcard that we've been giving out, look for it. It's going to be posted on your Facebook page. I'm waiting because I've got a powerful, powerful anointed speaker that's going to be sharing with you. I'm talking about, yeah, when I tell you this one, you're going, but the contract has not been yet signed. We've negotiated. We're waiting to sign. Well, we signed our portion. So we sent it back this morning, and I didn't get it back in time for the show. But I'll come back and share with you who that powerful, wonderful guest is going to be, and our promoter, a part of that information. Listen, we're excited. This is sponsored by DeVille Realty Group, also sponsored by For All Family Community Development Association. Also, we want to thank everyone in advance for purchasing your tickets to this event. You've got a little while. You can make payments on it, whatever you got to do. Tell a friend. Sponsors, we're looking for you. We want to get the word out. The Wealth Mindset Conference Las Vegas 2023. Now, again, the Queen, Marquetta DeVille, she's got a lineup of women. Ladies, we're not leaving you out. This portion that you're looking at right here is the man cave. Now, we're going to be developing on the backside, right? This is temporary, but we're going to be developing the backside. The women, powerful guest women. I mean, they're excited to come to Las Vegas, and these women are coming out of different states. There's a couple local, I think, but I haven't got all her details. But listen, I'm coming back to the man cave, because the man cave, what we're talking about is information that's going to help you bring forth the vision that's lying dormant inside of you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do it. I guarantee you're going to be blessed. You're going to leave with a fire and an anointing that, listen, you can't get if you don't come. I'm excited about it. Greg DeVille, DeVille Realty Group. I'm live right here at home. I didn't get to make it to the studio. Time goes by so fast, doesn't it? So again, now let's talk this real estate for another moment, because I wanted to share something else with you. I was looking at some benefits of home ownership. Like I spoke to you a moment ago, there are benefits to owning a home. Now, let me say before I get into the benefits of that, those of you that are financial delinquent on your payments, we're getting a list of more families preparing to be foreclosed on. Listen, times are tough. That's right. It's, eggs have gone up to $8. That's because they're killing all the chickens. Everywhere you look, it's a chicken joint. When we kill the chickens, we can't get the egg. But another segment. Nonetheless, those of you who have financial troubles right now and your mortgage is behind more than 90 days, listen, give me a call. I want to help you. Let's sell the home and save your equity, because you've borrowed everywhere you can and you have great. I meet a lot of people. They say, DeVille, I've got great equity in my home, but I can't borrow it because I've been late on my payment. Listen, if you've been late on your payment, you can't borrow. You borrowed from everyone that you thought you could, but to save that 80, listen, we just closed the deal. They had $434,000 in equity, but they have gotten behind a few months in their payments, weren't able to catch up, and they just got further and further behind. But guess the good news? We were able to sell it, pay off the debt, watch this, and get them $430,000. Listen, you can get another home. You get that $400,000, guess what? Pay that car off or that truck, right? Pay some credit. Within the next 6 months to a year, you'll be buying another home. Because to purchase a home, you only need a 580 credit score if you have your own money down. That's right, I said if you have your own money down, you could purchase a home with a 580 credit score. I've got lenders who can do that. And if you're a veteran, and let's say you got to sell your home, once you pay that debt, within 30 days, veterans, this is a unique loan. Because within 30 days, you can purchase another home. Because why? The mortgage is paid back through the sale. So don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. Listen, you could get back into another home. And guess what? Reinstate that DD-214. Watch this. When you reinstate the DD, no money down. So you just got $200,000 from your equity. You purchase another home within a month, right? It just has to clear your credit report. That is cleared. And veterans are able to go back in and purchase another home. Most of you will have to wait 6 months to a year. But those are unique loans that veterans have. And I just got news from one of our lenders. They're going down to almost 500 for veterans. I got to hear from you, veterans. We appreciate you. And the government wants to give back. And there's some great loan product to help you get in. So again, 702-787-7559. Now tomorrow, everybody, Saturday, tomorrow is the home buyer education course. Now, we've been doing this this is our 6th year. We're doing home buyer education, and what we're doing is educating homeowners so that when you purchase this house, it doesn't matter that you owned a home before, because as I always say, maybe it's your first time tuning into the Greg DeVille Show, but if you have not owned a home in the last 3 years, I mean, your name's not on a mortgage anywhere, you're considered by the FHA a first-time buyer. This is the advantage, that you're considered a first-time buyer. What does that mean for you? You can get the grant that's available. right? Again, if you're a veteran, no money down, the grants are up to $25,000. Tomorrow is the home buyer course. It's 8:30 to 3. You know you got to take the 8-hour home buyer course, right? We've been doing this 6 years. Don't be fooled. We've been doing, we're the masters at this. We love it. We're having a lot of fun, helping a lot of families. This year we want to go higher, we want to go deeper, and we want to do more. But without your help, we can't get it done. 702-515-4100. If you want to register for the course tomorrow, 8:30 until 3. 515-4100 is the number you want to contact. 702-515-4100. Now, if you're a veteran or you know a veteran that's renting or you know one that's behind in their mortgage, listen, DeVille Realty can help. We've been around. Listen, I'm over 35 years in real estate. And in sales, I've probably been 17 years now. In just sales. I'm a flip realtor. I buy and flip properties. So if you got a home that you just can't maintain, guess what? We purchase those old ugly houses that it needs a lot of work. Guess what? We do a lot of work. That's right. This is what we do. I have my team on standby. Give us a call, 702-787-7559, or if you need to register for the course, tomorrow is the home buyer class. Tomorrow, 8:30 until 3. That's right. You need to register at 702-515-4100. Couple things before I get out of here. I've got 2 minutes. The benefit to owning. You get tax savings. You develop equity. The appreciation, guess what, is yours, right? There's personal value. You could do what you want to it. You could paint it. You could do whatever. Change out windows. And guess what? Homeowners stay in their homes 4 times longer than renters. That gives you the chance, guess what, to build the equity in the house. That gives you the chance to make it your own. That's right. So tax benefits, right? There's a tax benefit that you get to have every year from owning your own home. Now, again, the down payment, I know sometimes it's a bit tough. But if you can get qualified, now contact the team. You can text us at 702-787-7559. Text us and say, I'm interested in getting your home ownership this year. And we're going to get you set up with someone to find out where you are. So if your credit's not there, while you're getting that tax refund, they're going to show you what you should pay off because you made the debt. So no need of disputing it. The fact remains, you made the debt. Now let's negotiate the debt so that we can get it taken care of, get your score where it needs to be so that what? You can qualify, right? Very, very important. You just had Christmas. Guess what? Tax refund. What are we going to do? We don't need another Gucci. Gucci paid. We don't need another Fendi bag. Fendi paid. We don't need another Coach. Coach is solid. We need to stop giving money to people that are paid and put it in our own pocket so we can be what? Operative word? Paid. I'm Greg DeVille. I got to go. The old clock says, that's it, DeVille. You got to get out of here, man. You done. You done. Take you a turkey in the oven. Take it out. It's done. Listen, 702-787-7559. Greg DeVille, Team DeVille, live at home today, sharing with the audience. Listen, I want to thank you for tuning into my show. Tell a friend. If you know a veteran, remember, no money down. And if you know someone financially needs to sell that home, let us help. We've been getting great progress in getting that done and getting people their equity, selling the home, getting that debt off your back so you can rest at night. And if you don't own the spot where you lay your head at night, if you don't own that where your bed is, you're renting that house, this year I decree and declare to you that it's your year. God bless you. Talk to you real soon. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Las Vegas. So as you know, we were live on the radio, and we have to call in sometimes. I didn't make it to the studio. But again, I wanted to talk to you all very, very clearly today because we're at the beginning of the year. Now, many of you have made resolutions. Many of you have made decisions. I'm doing something different in 2023. If that's you, I want you to prepare yourself. Contact my team. Let's get in position. Okay, let's get in position so that you can be a homeowner this year. And if you're in financial trouble, you're having some finance difficulties now, and in the mortgage, it can be, one of your highest bills between the car and the mortgage, right? So I've been seeing a lot of tow trucks going by with nice cars on the back, and the tow truck doesn't have a name. You know what that means? That's a repo. That's a repossession, right? People have financial difficulties. But I want to talk to those who are in financial challenges, but you have a mortgage, or you have what I want to call you behind or delinquent in your mortgage. Let's talk about that because you can't borrow from the equity. To get a cash out refinance, you cannot be 1 month late. There's some lenders who will give you 2 months late. But for the most part, you can't be one month late in 12 months. Because now you put it, nobody wants to loan you because you missed a payment. But you have equity in the home. What's my other alternative? Well, you could talk to the bank about doing a modification. But remember, while you're talking to the bank, they still may be foreclosing. Keep that in mind. The foreclosure department is not in communication with the bank that you're talking to. So they may still proceed forward with the foreclosure. So don't let the foreclosure come, right? Watch this. Don't let because if they foreclose, whatever equity you have or they have that you know about, it's gone. It's gone. It's done. It's done, right? So don't forget. Good morning, Linda. Thank you for tuning in. Cassandra, Glenn Alexander. All right. Thank you all. Ron, good to have you, brother. Appreciate you. Kim, thank you for tuning in. Tell a friend, share this video because, again, this is the time of the year where people make these resolutions and we want to help them stick to it. But if they're behind in that mortgage, listen, we got to help them. We've got to help. And that's what DeVille Realty was designed for. We're designed. It's not about listen, we're not chasing money. We're chasing helping people. That's why we have the Wealth Mindset Conference coming up in April. That's why we put this together, this Wealth Mindset Conference, to talk to so many of you. Talk to so many about you're pregnant with a vision, but where to bring forth. This conference that has been put together, this is the man cave. I've got 2 more in the lineup. One, I haven't finished the contract. We finished this morning. I just didn't get it. But I'm going to blow your mind with this one. But guess what? This is what I want to say to you. That you're pregnant with vision. And this conference is going to burst your water bag. This thing is going to make you bring forth that thing that you're pregnant with, that you've been wanting to do. I know you got a 9 to 5, but there's something greater inside of you. And I speak to that today. You've got greater within you. And I speak to it. I declare this year will be your year that is coming to pass. You're going to start working on the vision that God birthed within you. It's going to come forth. I decree and declare it today in the name of Jesus. It's going to happen. But you got to be here. You got to come. Listen, there's going to be a lot going on between now and then. But if you set yourself now, contact the team to get your tickets. 702-787-7559. I've given you enough information for today, I believe. I've talked about buying. I've talked about selling. I've talked about veterans. We got you in a program right now. We're going down to the low 500s because the government is saying, look, we want to help our veterans. So if you got a veteran that's renting, and by the way, if you have a veteran family member who they were married and he or she was a veteran at the time of their demise, there's a program right now that they can use the DD-214 as long as they were married when that person passed away. Right? And those of you that are dealing with probate issues, we have some great probate attorneys that will help get those things resolved for you as well. So we're a resourceful company at DeVille Realty Group. Again, our contact information is 702-787-7559. Thank you so much. Share this video and let's help somebody bring forth the vision this year and make it come to pass. Talk to you real soon. I'll be back to share with you once I get my confirmation done with this big guest speaker who is going to be, it's going to be powerful. You're going to love it. It's going to be exciting. And we want to help bring forth the vision that's lying birth in you. All right. All right. We'll talk to you real soon, Las Vegas. Have a great day. And we'll talk soon. We'll be back. All right. Share it and tell a friend. God bless.